What up, perps? Welcome back to the bunker. I'm Kid Cobius. This is Purple State Party. Today we're going to get into something that has pretty much inspired me to even start making these videos. Here in California, we're getting ready to vote on a lot of things. The only thing we need to talk about today, though, is this Prop 13. I mean, it sounds like a great idea. We're going to borrow $15 billion and we're going to fix up our schools. That's a great thing. I mean, we're falling behind. We're very low overall in education. I don't think the buildings or the technology have much to do with it. But since I mentioned technology, that's one place where we can definitely improve. And, you know, recently, within the last couple of years, my daughter was part of something that ultimately led to the formation of a coding class at her middle school. I thought, man, we're just getting started on that. No wonder we're falling behind. We fall behind in our computer skills. That's the future. We know that. I mean, a lot of people out there, when we first got our computers and the internet and all that, we were like, well, I don't know if this will last. I have printed copies of stuff still from back in those days because I didn't think it'd be there, and of course it's everywhere. So that sounds like a great idea. But then the governor, Newsom, he gets on The View and he brags, oh, I'm doing such a wonderful job, such a bang-up job. California is a miraculous place. We are diverse. We are this, we are that. And we have $21 billion surplus in our operating budget. I'm the best ever. You think, whoa. Back up. Beep, 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 beep. We've got $21 billion just sitting in some bank in the name of California. And they want to borrow money. They're going to issue bonds that are going to get paid back at almost a 2-to-1 ratio. I mean, that's easy money. That's like betting on the favorite in a horse race, knowing that the favorite's going to win every single time. The investing, without getting off on too much of a tangent, bonds are a great thing to buy. They're obligatory. They have to be paid back, and they have to be paid back at a set rate. So if you put in your $1 million, you're going to get back almost $2 million on that investment. Guaranteed. It's a great long-term investment. Bonds are a great way to go. They're guaranteed. They're not going to go up or down. They're going to be exactly what was promised. That's a wonderful investment if you can make that investment. So now they're going to pay this back. It's going to cost $27 billion to pay back the $15 billion that they're borrowing. We have it, but we're borrowing it. We're going to pay it back at $27 million. And how are they going to pay it back? They're going to pay it back primarily by going through property taxes. They'd love to raise property taxes. Raising property taxes helps drive people out of the state. Because people on a fixed income, we'll get some numbers right here. The average home is paying $5,300 a year. That's $441 a month in property taxes. Even if you own your home, if you own your property outright, completely, you still have to pay your property taxes, or you could lose your house or your apartment building. So keep that in mind. Even though you might not own property, you're probably renting from somebody who does. And if their property tax goes up, your rent goes up. Yeah, we have some rent stuff, limitations on how much they can raise rent, but they will get to the maximum. They will price you out of your apartment. They will price you out of your neighborhood, the schools that your kids go to, the areas where your friends live, your family lives. This is going to affect everybody when they pay this money back. They talk about a $21 billion surplus, but yet they want to borrow money. They talk about a housing crisis in California. So making property taxes higher helps how? I mean, imagine you're making your monthly nut and you got to tack on $440 for your property tax on top of everything. And now they want to raise it. How much more can it raise? I mean, sure, to millionaires, it doesn't really matter. But to you and me, that 50, 60 bucks, that $100, whatever they raise it to, that's going to hurt. That's going to be less time out, less time with the family, less things that I could buy. I might have to cancel Netflix, for God's sakes. Also, the schools could get fixed. Oh, I should make that sacrifice. Well, we don't need to make that sacrifice. We have the money. We absolutely have the money. We have $21 billion sitting around. So as far as I'm concerned, we have we have $6 billion in surplus because our schools need the money. And that's where it should be spent on. It shouldn't be borrowing when you already have the money. That's great for real estate investors and people like that. Yeah, tax write-offs, all these different things that you can do. But we don't need to do that. So why are we? Well, for one thing, if we don't spend that $15 billion out of the budget, then Newsom can run around and say, look at how good I've done. We have $21 billion in surplus. Hey, having $6 billion in surplus is great. Except for one thing. Personally, I think we should be at a zero because we need our roads fixed. We need our schools fixed. We need mental facilities. We need personnel to help with the homeless crisis. We need to get these things built. We need to get these people off of our streets where their randomness can just explode in our face. But anyhow, back to this. So he gets to keep his budget. He gets to look like Mr. Big Man. I've got a budget surplus. And that's wonderful in business, but not in government. But again, that's a whole separate issue with this whole, deficit versus surplus. And, oh, this guy's bad because he had a deficit. And this guy's great because he has a surplus. Well, it's all a matter of what you got done. But that's another thing. The real reason, I believe, me, right here, Kid Copious, your illustrious host, believes, is because it's a way to take tax money and make rich people richer. Think about it for a second. Right here, the little light bulb. The light bulb, right there. It should be going off. It's simple. Who's going to buy these bonds? Who's going to pony up this $15 billion to fix our schools and then make back $27 billion? That's a great investment. I mean, that really is. But it's a scam on us because we are going to have to make them richer. They're going to buy the bonds. They're going to nearly double their money at our expense, which would be fine if we needed the money, but we don't need the money. We don't. We simply do not. I mean, the bottom line here really is they have the surplus. I don't have the surplus. Spend your own damn money that we've already given you. We already gave you $15 billion. Stop trying to take advantage of the situations and take advantage of your positions and do something for the state of California. Spend the $15 billion that you have in your freaking pocket. All right? The rest of you, be good to yourselves. Peace.